You know what's funny about doing a podcast with you?
What's up?
Every time we do a podcast, you tell me the same thing about how nervous you get every time.
Yeah, I think it's kind of funny that people think, I don't know, that I'm some like outgoing person just because I got like followers on Instagram. I'll be freaking out up here. I got
As a social media legend and can't get his stuff together when it comes to doing podcasts.
This wine will have me right in 10 minutes. Y'all bear with me.
Just give me time.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Radio Rodney Smith with my boy Pierre. It is the Influence Country Boys, and we're talking to my boy T today, influencer from Alabama, doing
Sweet
the damn
home.
thing.
Sweet home, Alabama.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing amazing. I'm just trying to live.
How was the drive up here?
Traffic all the time. Honestly, every time I come here, it's traffic.
You got here at night though, so it was pretty chill.
It was chill, but it had that like one little small moment of it.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's
So we were having this conversation last night about how you try and kind of like avoid town up here just because we got so much, we got so much attraction, we got so much city stuff going on, and you're out here in the rodeo scene, and I see your stuff pop up all the time. I guess as a content creator is what I call you right now. What would you call yourself in the influencing world?
that's a good question because I don't know. I try to just be myself. Honestly, I want to do rodeo, so that's why I stick to that. But I like riding horses, so I still like making videos for that.
Yeah.
So,
No, I love when I see your videos when you're working with horses and stuff, like training your horses, and I know you probably get so much hate for that. I know there's being on social media, but me and Ronnie have this question all the time, and somebody will ask us, what do you do? And he's a country music personality. He does hosting and stuff like that, and people ask me, I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm in front of a camera. I talk about Western fashion and culture and stuff like that, but I still can't figure out a name for it.
So that kind of leads us to today to the topic today is like, what is an influencer, like the path to getting into it? Because I know this is a strong topic for a lot of people. It's like, oh, I want to be an influencer. I want the free stuff. I want to, make all that money. But it's like, is that really what influencing is nowadays? Like influencing comes with a little bit more than just like the free merch and the free stuff and the luxurious events. So to you, you're like your upbringing was a little bit different. Like getting into the social media space, sometimes people fall into it, randomly. Like me and Pierre did not plan on doing social media, kind of just fell in there. So like for you, what was the process for you getting into becoming an influencer and stuff like that?
So I guess I started around like COVID time. So that was like at its peak, and that was when it was at its peak with Hayden too, because that was what everybody was doing.
Yeah.
So, I was just making videos for fun. Every once in a while, a video do good and I'm golden. Okay, then I started getting serious into it, and I was like, okay, this is something I want to do. But I guess my approach was different because riding horses, being black, put that together, hate gonna come. So it's just like you gotta do that adversity of when you get to the top, you gotta be ready to them rocks.
So how did you switch over, I guess I want to say, with your content? Because you were showing the stuff when you first started and you were shaking ass for TikTok, right?
Yeah. Oh, chill out.
You were shaking ass for TikTok. So,
oh my God.
So when you first started doing that, first starting to do that, right? What made you want to switch to just straight horse content, the riding horses and that stuff started picking up traction as compared to the song stuff. So what made you want to switch?
I always wanted to do it. It's just I wasn't comfortable doing it. So I guess when you say I was shaking my ass on TikTok, I guess I was just that was the thing back then. I wasn't shaking my ass. Let's say that. But I used to do a lot of music. I used to do a lot of music videos. So now we got out of that, and I got to be different. So
I think
it's different.
That leads to a good point, and what you were saying earlier is you were just, your title for what you do on social media is basically just being yourself.
Being yourself.
And I think people going back to getting into influencing and what people think it is, and what it is for you, it's just being yourself. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why it's so hard for people to understand that it's really not about the money or the title, being an influencer or a content creator. It's simply that everybody is unique. Everybody has some kind of creativity to them, that something that's interesting about them. And if you just put it in front of a camera, sometimes maybe it works.
Yeah.
And it's not like you're bucking bulls and riding these horses, training horses or whatever, just for the camera or just to make videos. You're literally just being yourself. And I think that's why it's so hard to kind of find a title sometimes. Is I literally just sit in front of a camera and I talk about what I like to talk about.
Well, that's an interesting take from you, because you're kind of very similar to like that story. Is more so like you had no idea you wanted to get into social media. Like you said, you come from a small town. That stuff was completely like unheard of. You were afraid of what your boys were going to think about you and stuff like that. And then you found a way to like pivot it to something that was like super, super inspirational for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Like you talk to art, you help artists, like you work with Von Miller, you big friends with Coe and stuff like that. Like you really started from a platform that you were so confused about, and then you figured out a way to make it as authentic to pertain to yourself. So talk a little bit about your upbringing as far as social media, because you're really doing the damn thing compared to a lot of other people in the Western space.
Well, that's why I've always wanted to like kind of sit down and talk to him and kind of figure out, because he's a younger dude and he's kind of going through that phase I went through, where I was just working horses. I was riding bulls back home, Shady Acres Rodeo. If y'all are out there near Fort Bragg, go check out some bulls. But so I was doing that, and I from a small town, our vision of success was a F-350 King Ranch, and some lineman job or on a pipeline or something like that. Like that was my goal for success. That's what I wanted, and a side by side. But so I came out of Nashville because the Army moved me out to Nashville, and obviously Nashville is all about the cameras and the music and all the fame. Really, it's all about this stuff. And I just kind of like you said, met the right people and some good friends who actually talked me into the positive side of what I am, what cowboy culture is, being unique, being black, doing it, and that's what kind of got me in front of the camera. And I think finding myself in that is really kind of what got me here. It's kind of crazy, but it's all by accident. I'm not pretending to be some kind of character. It's all I'm literally just being myself, talking in front of a camera,
which I think is what's really made you even grow further and further, because even from the get-go, when we were getting hate like strong, and you were like replying to everything, and we were both replying to everything, to the point where we were just like, it wasn't even worth it anymore, because we had already established ourselves at what we were trying to do. So I guess my question also is like, for your upbringing as far as social media and the hate and stuff like that, because you boosted up just as much. I mean, you both guys are over 400,000 K. Like that's nothing to go unnoticed, So with the hate that came with you, how did you maneuver that and stuff like that? Because I know it gets pretty brutal, you know what I'm saying? And you're actually in Alabama, so I can't even imagine how bad the algorithm is down there. But like, so what for you, like how rough was it?
I mean, it was pretty bad. It's just, after a while, you gotta be like, what are they doing for me? Are they putting money in my pocket? Am I actually gonna meet these people? Like, they don't matter, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like,
that makes me think about what you said earlier about like there being like a season for the hate. Like when you first started, you had more hate. Do you think that you still get the same amount of hate, or you just kind of like got resilient, you got that mindset, and you were like, it doesn't matter? Yeah, I feel like it was consistent the whole time for me. So when you said that, it was very interesting.
So it's there, but you eventually get in that mindset of like it's okay.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say that? It's cool. Why should I care about what you say?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like it's so, it's easy to say that it comes from a place of jealousy sometimes. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like a lot of people want to do what you do.
Yeah.
They want to be confident in themselves, and they want to get on social media and essentially get paid for it. Yeah. At the end of the day, you get to a certain point where you are getting paid for this, and we get to live our lives and be exactly who we are in front of a camera. And it's easy to say that it's jealousy, but do you feel like it's something else? Do you feel like it's anything other than that?
It's deep. I mean, I do come from Alabama, so I mean, and I live in a small town. But shout out Jason Aldean.
Well, tell him about the story where you were riding horses the other day with the kid, and your neighbor brought out the gun.
Oh yeah. So okay, I was riding a horse down the road. I lived there. been there. Okay. I ride the horse down the road with a little kid. He's like 10 years old. She comes out. No, a guy comes out. He tells us to get off the yard. Yelling at her. I look back. I'm like, dude, I'm with a kid, so I'm going to get protective. So I'm talking to him like, dude, just chill. We're turning around. Lady come outside. Guns blazing. Like, I said, like, she pulled it. It was a little 22. That do damage, but like, she pulled it out. I said, I turned around on the horse. I looked at her. She said, bah. I said,
no way.
Time to go. I never called the cops, but I called the cops on her. I said, you gonna have to get this lady out of here.
And that's something you don't see in Nashville, you know what I'm saying? So it's like when you're in this Western influencing space, everybody expects you to be from the same place. So like when they see that we're out in Nashville, they're like, oh, like you guys know nothing about cowboy culture, you guys know nothing about the ranch, and then you're on the other side of things, and we're like, people are coming out shooting guns at you.
I was like, dude, I said I need to get away from here because this is. Then what's crazy? She telling the cops come back and they tell you what they say. We got some Hispanics down the road. She gonna say, I thought they were the Hispanics. I said I'm with a little white kid, and I'm very dark skinned. How do you think I'm Hispanic? I should have just started speaking Spanish or something, and then I don't know. I don't know. So, but yeah.
Would you say that's one of your craziest stories of like being in the social media space? Or was that happening before you started doing social media?
Oh, that wasn't happening. I mean, that wasn't happening, but like that was very crazy. I mean, I mean, you have those moments, but that's top tier right there. I think that's number one.
I think it's interesting how people, they only see what you post.
Mm-hmm.
They acquire your life from just those little 15-second videos or 1-minute videos that you post sometimes. And hell, if you tell that story, they'll tell you're lying.
Yeah.
But that's what I said. What's good about you is that you really found a way to show social media your life. Yeah. And what's crazy is that like a lot of people don't give you props for I'm not trying to like big dick you, but like the inspiration that you actually are and the influence that you actually are. Like so many people are now posting about shooting pool. I wasn't seeing that before. So many people want to go fishing now, and like all that stuff. I mean, I've known you for a long period of time, so I've seen that stuff from your content. But like, you start to see it resonate with so many other people on social media. Like even him, he was like, I think I need to start getting into this fashion stuff. Keezy started posting fashion stuff. Trey started posting fashion stuff. So it's like, it's cool to see the influence that we've had. Yeah. And again, like it was never a competition between us, which is why I think our friendship is so well and goes so well. Is because like, I'm learning off of you just as much as like you're learning off of me, and we're helping each other and stuff like that. Yeah. And that's what I feel like we've established with our friend group is like all of us are learning off of each other. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I think we have a circle that wishes each other success, and I think that's the thing. I think everybody gets a little jealous, when they look at the numbers and everything. They're like, oh, he's bigger or he's that. But at the end of the day, I think we're all pushing each other to succeed, and I think that's like, if nothing else, that's the thing that I've done that means the most to me is kind of like create a space for people to be confident in who they are, be confident in how they dress. I mean, because at the end of the day, man, I get so many people in my comment sections that look like they pretend like they don't look in the mirror when they leave the house.
Yeah,
everybody looks in the mirror when they leave the house. If you're going on a date, you make sure you look good, and if you're a cowboy, you start your jeans, and that's just the way it is. And if anything, that's what meant the most to me is like creating this space where men are confident in showing, how they look and what they're doing on social media. Because if we don't do it, man, we're just pretending like we don't do it. If you don't display it on social media, not saying I do it because for any other reason, but if you just don't work at it, you don't display it, I mean, you're just taking money out of your pocket at that point.
Yeah. So, kind of continue on with the influencer topic. What are some of your pet peeves of being on social media? Because
I got a lot of them.
I know it gets rough. I know it's funny because me and him talk about it all the time. Like I tell you, like when either of us sees anything, social media, real world, something that happens, motherfucker, we're always texting each other first. Yeah. Like, what the fuck is going on? So
I'll tell you my first one.
Right.
White boots.
The white boots?
The white
oh,
boots
welcome
is-
to Nashville, buddy.
the
That
white
shit is
boots
everywhere.
crazy.
Everywhere.
I see something right now. But no, what you mean pet peeves?
Like
what you,
stuff that just kind of bothers you about either being on social media or that you see on social, like with social media.
So I say that it's good to copy a style of like videos, but don't fully copy the whole style. Like be
Facts.
different. Like
Facts.
like how I do horses. I run fast on them all the time, but also switch it up all the time. But I switch it up all the time. Just gotta keep on living, man. But see, you just gotta switch it up. So with y'all doing fashion, you gonna see a lot of people doing fashion the way y'all do it. Like how we was talking about that one guy. that is crazy that he copied the whole style, even the hats. I was like, gosh, this is too much.
Yeah.
So, like what y'all doing with style, y'all do it all, but still be different if you're gonna copy it.
Yeah.
So that's
No, I
really just
agree.
my biggest pet peeve of just being different. Like you gotta have something that black and style, first names that's gonna pop up in my mind or anybody's mind, y'all two. I don't know anybody else that's doing it like y'all.
Yeah.
So, it's a lot of guys that's coming up, but they say I want to steal his style of videos and it's probably gonna work for me. You can't do that.
Yeah, I
because
think
different people.
it goes back to what we were saying earlier, man. It's like people think that getting into social media is just creating a character and then you can follow a path. And don't get me wrong, you want to follow some TikTok trends, yes. But it's really, in order to succeed, you have to be your authentic self. You just got to be your unique, authentic self. Everybody's different. And if you just put it on social media, it is going to work.
Yeah.
If you can just be yourself. People follow and then they get mad that they're not getting views. I'm like, dude, you're just trying to follow somebody's video.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like you said, when you think about two people, not to like toot my own fucking horn, but when you think of like two people doing this, you might think of me and Rodney and
Toot that motherfucker.
but
You worked hard to get here, man.
Because y'all did it. I mean, it's something to be proud of. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
But yeah, you can't follow what somebody else is doing and expect that to work for you. Because if you do it, I mean, people are used to that person doing it.
Yeah.
It's like if some other tall, handsome dude showed up with a duck talking about he's too turnt, they'd be like, okay, I'm going to too turnt shit. I'm gonna check him out and see what he's doing.
Yeah. See, I think one of the things for me, as far as pet peeves wise, was people just being way too focused on algorithms. Like I've talked to you multiple times before. Like
every day,
not all the videos are gonna do well.
Yeah.
Followers may not happen all the time, right? But when you're so invested in that, it can ruin your day. When you're so invested in it, it can ruin your mood. And it's just like some people hop into this off random. Some people work very, very hard to be on social media. But I think that's what goes back to influencing is if you have a reason to inspire and influence, it will come. It will happen. Your social following will happen, But people being so focused on it and feeling the need to buy followers, buy likes, what does that do for you as far as when real people come to want to see you? You know what I'm saying? I think the biggest thing for him and I was not only seeing the reactions that we got from other people, but people coming up to us at different states.
Yeah.
That's crazy. 2 years ago, we were sitting in a fucking small town dance hall dancing together in a cigarette smelling bar. That's literally what we were doing 2 years ago. We were doing music videos for free. Nashville knew us, right? It was two well-dressed people in Nashville. But as far as going out to fucking Oklahoma and somebody saying, did you just walk out of the store with a bottle of Stay Flow? That shit, you can't fake that. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Everybody wants to present themselves as high numbers and they want to look like they're big time, but you're never going to get that real influencing feeling if you're trying to buy your influence.
Yeah, really.
And I think that's one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to social media. Is like, you don't need to do that. You know, let it come naturally, let it happen naturally, because that feeling is really going to make you want to work harder, to be on your phone every day, to wake up, to do videos on social media every damn day.
Yeah, the satisfaction you get from the numbers is never going to be as big as like when you go out and you actually get to interact with these people and they're like, oh my God, what you did here was so sick and it inspired me and I got this because of you. And that feeling is what's real. And even if it's fucking, you got 5,000 or 100 followers and that one person walks up to you, that's so much more
that changes
fulfilling.
The whole day.
Yeah.
That changes.
Because how many times do all the boys talk about it in our group chat of like, Rod only has 155,000 followers, but he's doing everything. You know what I'm saying? Because I tell people all the time, it's like, it's really not about it's not about your following. Yeah. Like it plays a little bit of a part, yes, but it's not about your following. It's really about what you have to offer a brand, what you have to offer a business or a company. You know, people in town know me for DJing, dancing, and fashion. Right, so if your name comes up in so many conversations, don't you think that's going to make you more of an asset as compared to somebody who has 500,000 followers that's stuck behind just social media, right? And it's not out and about getting their name out there, not at these events supporting artists and stuff like that, right? It's really, influencing comes with more than just numbers. It's, you have to have some type of authenticity to yourself for you to offer a brand to really, really help them.
I think we should use the word like personality more.
Personality is a good way to put it.
A social media personality is way better than a social media influencer.
I think we should use that word more because that's exactly what it is, man. People don't realize these high numbers don't mean jack. If you it takes one video. It takes one video, and if a company sees that video and they're like, dude, this dude handsome, wears the jeans right, and not saying you gotta be some handsome dude, but presentable. You present yourself in a professional manner, right? You know, he fills this role that we need. He has the potential to make a viral video and market for us because these companies don't come to you because you beg for them. They come to you because you have something to offer to them. Yeah. And they see that. So you have to work on your internet personality. And it doesn't take millions of followers. It doesn't take thousands of followers. It takes just, putting in the initial effort. Yeah. And if they recognize it, you might be sponsored. I mean, it's that simple.
Yeah. So lastly, before we cut out, what I want to talk about, like brands actually investing, into influencers and stuff like that. Because a lot of this, it does play a key role into like marketing nowadays. Music, you have like music labels paying influencers to use music and stuff like that. You have all this product stuff. So like just to pivot from maybe, I don't know, how long have you been on social media or TikTok?
About 2 years.
2 years. So like just to pivot from like when you first started to now as far as like the promotion side of things, like how do you think it's changed and like what are your thoughts on it in general?
I say it's pretty easier nowadays because like when you first starting, you don't get them, but then you get so mad. I wish I had this. I wish I had that. But now you're thinking about the other person that has it, and that's messing your confidence up, and that's messing your, everything up. So I say that, brands being wanting to invest in more influencers is good. And, you got these people that say, oh, I don't know why. If they want these influencers, they don't want no real people. What are you doing for the company? Yeah. You can be a real person, but if you're not doing nothing for them and you just walking around and like, why would I want you to wear my stuff?
Exactly.
Like this person is doing all this stuff for me on social media and in bars or at a concert or something. You're just you're a person. I mean, everybody's equal, but like, don't hate on a social media influencer if you can't do it. Yeah. So, it gets too much. Like on Facebook and Instagram, they're heavy with it. That like when I did that one Wrangler thing, everybody's saying I got on the horse wrong. The video was inverted. I was like, "What?" they just try to find everything to nitpick you to say that, "Oh, this guy shouldn't be doing it. I should be doing it."
Yeah. Go do it.
Like, do it. Yeah. Nobody's stopping you. Like, be yourself. Do it.
So, as a rodeo athlete, though, how do you feel about NFR investing more into influencers than they are actually the rodeo and aspect of things.
I say that's good because, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not there yet. I'm going to be there, but focus on the athletes. But at the same time, bull riding in NFR as a whole really has gotten bigger because of influencers.
I got into an argument with this the other day. It's an entertainment sport.
Yeah.
You know, it's like anything else you tune in on the TV. It's like football. It's like MMA. You know,
Shit, look at fucking Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, right? Took away from all of football, and now every time you put on a Chiefs game, all you can expect is to see Taylor Swift. and what did that do for him as an individual?
This is what Taylor's doing.
Right.
This is what Taylor's wearing. This is what Taylor. That's cool.
But I mean, that's a perfect example, dude. It's an entertainment sport, just like anything else. If you turn the cameras off, it's a backyard rodeo.
Yes, I don't know any professional athlete like up there that's mad about it, honestly, because it's putting more money in your pocket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's bringing more people, so it's putting more money into like you. So if you win, bigger payout.
Yes, sir.
But I got a question. So what is influence to y'all?
That's a good question.
I think it's just inspiring.
Yeah.
I think influencing is inspiring and having a purpose in why you're influencing. I think is what I've learned over the years. Like at first when I started TikTok, it was just like, oh, let me see how much free stuff I can get.
Yeah.
Right. But I kind of fell into it by accident.
Yeah.
And then once I started seeing people really resonate, and then the messages started coming in of like, I didn't know I could wear piercings and a cowboy hat. I didn't know I could wear a nose ring and cowboy boots. I was like, damn, wait, maybe my purpose is a little bit more than just putting on clothes. Yeah. Right. So then that's when I started like responding to the negative comments and trolling those comments and showing that like, yeah, people are gonna hate you for stuff that you can't control and stuff that you like, but there is always a better outcome that you can get out of stuff like this. And this is what the results that you can get out of it, right? Genuine friendships, going out to festivals and meeting these fans and not acting like, oh, I'm the big shit. You know, it's more so like, damn, like this is a nice piece of this is a nice pair of boots you have on. Like, damn, Radio Rod just complimented me. Yeah. You know? So I think inspiring with influencing is like the main thing that I get and that I love out of it.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Y'all made me feel good when you said my boots look. I said, damn, dripped out today, boy. I feel like I can go. Damn, I'm finna go to Broadway. Leave him alone.
I think that positive influence, man, is everything, and I think positive influence is what influencing is. I think a lot of people think it's I'm promoting a brand or I am getting free stuff or something like that. Like, but no, it's literally positive influence. You know, showing people that people do look like you, that they can look like you, and be accepted. I think a lot of people didn't think that some short black dude, you know, wearing cowboy boots and starched jeans was gonna go viral on social media, but fuck, it happened. Yeah. So I think just, you know, showing the world that you know, there's positive people out there that look like them, and that they can do the same thing is definitely what influencing is to me. And I don't know, it's been cool.
It's been cool. No shit, Steve. It's been cool. Well, brother, I appreciate you driving on down on over here to get on the podcast. I know we got some more time to hang out after this, but I do sincerely appreciate you taking the time and effort to come up 2 hours just to come be a part of some idiots podcast.
Don't get me fired, guys.
Oh shit, yeah. Don't tell your boss that you heck.
I'm sick.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all hanging out and taking in, and more videos to come.
Heck yeah.